Goodbye and good riddance, my enemies. You should leave without subscribing. Today, we will not be doing a deck tech nor playing Marvel Snap. Do not enjoy.
Sorry. I don't know what gets into me with these negative decks. Today we are going to be doing a deck tech and then playing some games with this negative list. It's called Silver Halide because I am very smart and very autistic, and silver halide is the chemical, if you didn't know, that we used to use in photographs to get the negative out of an old-timey picture. It was the chemical that actually got the negative for you. So because we're playing Silver Surfer and Mr. Negative, it's called Silver Halide. Please clap. Thank you. So this list is pretty similar to the one we played day before yesterday. We're not playing Storm. We're not playing... we did Juggernaut for a while. We are playing in that slot Mr. Fantastic. It actually might end up being White Tiger is the other heavy consideration for this. I just don't know which is better. It should be Brood. If I had Brood, it would be Brood, but I don't. So it's like kind of a toss-up between those. It could still be Storm, but like there's not a feature location that I'm really worried about right now. It could be maybe Blue Marvel or Leader or Leech. Like those aren't horrible contenders, but right now it's Mr. Fantastic because we need some way to get into tough locations, and it's either that or White Tiger. But I like that even if we don't have a tough location to get into, Mr. Fantastic gets hit by Surfer and White Tiger doesn't, but White Tiger is better with Wong. So we might make this change. My deck list might be wrong going forward. I keep talking myself in and out of it. You know what? We're doing it. We have Wong and Mystique. Wong doubling and Mystique possibly copying that doubling. White Tiger on 6. Usually they don't see the like 28 power in all the lanes, you know. Spread out over, 2 lanes. But the idea of this deck, if this is your first time seeing a deck like this, is Mr. Negative is a 4/-1 that swaps the power and cost of all cards in your deck on reveal. So you play things that have low power versus their cost, so that when they get flipped, they're just you can sort of do 2 really big plays, right? Each turn for each card you draw. So like Iron Man on his own is fine as a 5/0 with ongoing double your power. But if you can play that on 6 alongside a Wolfsbane, that becomes a 1/3 that gets +2 for each other card here. That's like a much better turn 6. And obviously if Iron Man flips, he is our best hit with a negative activation. So that's the whole idea of the deck. This is a fairly standard list, I think, in a lot of ways, right? Again, we'd like Brood. You have to kind of define decks by what they're missing. I know a lot of people play Brood in Surfer lists for very good reason. We just don't have Brood. The other sort of exclusion to this list is Maximus, which even we don't have, but even if we had Maximus, we wouldn't be playing it because it's a very bad into negative. And then we don't have Sarah, though I might play Sarah if I had her. Sarah reduces all the cost of all the cards in your hand by 1. So Sarah on 5 into Surfer plus 2 other 3-drops, not in that order. You go 3-drop, 3-drop Surfer on 6 is a wildly good play. That's kind of what we're hoping to do anyway, right? If we have, a Wolfsbane or a Rogue or one of our 3s that flips to a 0 cost, we can still play 3 cards on 6, which is usually really good. Other than that, I got a request to talk about locations. So as I sort of said before, this deck kind of struggles to get into locations. We don't have any tech to get into Death's Domain, other than, I mean, we had Mr. Fantastic, now we have White Tiger. Same with like Luke's Bar. The sort of gambit of very difficult to get into locations very much relies on us hitting White Tiger, and that's our only option. Locations that stop on reveals are pretty bad. Locations that stop ongoings are pretty bad. We have a pretty wide gambit of bad locations. Locations that draw you cards or give you mana, energy, are usually really good. And we can fight over Worldship or Nexus pretty well, because we can go very tall. Worldship and Nexus both sort of do the same thing. Basically, if you win here, you win the game. They're slightly different, but it's very similar. And we, because of our ability to go like Iron Man into Mystique, copying Iron Man into literally anything, our power is quadrupled at that location. So usually that's just gonna like win you games over whatever your opponent's doing. If you copy Iron Man with Mystique, you can go tall in 2 lanes. If you copy Wong with Mystique, you can usually go wide in 3. You can really spread your power out with Wong Mystique into like Ironheart Surfer. And if you're like committed to giving up a lane, then usually Iron Man Mystique is better, but not always. There's a lot of things that you have to just deal with this deck. There's a lot of times you just have to retreat, and there's also just a lot of games that you have no right winning, but you win anyway. So we're gonna start trying to get some of those in. Before we start the first game, as we're getting into this, just, you know, always a reminder, if you enjoy this content, and the new increase in, okay, they got rid of Leech. We lost our Surfer. And the new obvious increase in production quality, please let me know in the comments that you are enjoying this, that this resonates with you. Alright, we got someone really good earlier by negativing by going Mr. Negative on the same turn that they played Maximus, but we had priority. So we flipped our deck, and then they drew 2 of those cards for us with their Maximus, and we Omega won that game. So they traded 2 cards for 2 cards, which we're not super worried about. Okay, so can we win with just Angela and 1 more draw? Maybe, but it's not ultra likely. But maybe it prices us in to do something like this. Maybe even just this. So that's 7, right? Okay, well, let's see what happens. Oh, cool, they still... Wait. Angela didn't get either of those? That's very, very silly to me. Okay, so we lose. But I don't think we carte blanche lost that. I think we lost because of a very strange interaction where Angela, even though she flipped first, didn't get +2 for either of the other cards, which might have changed some math. That's very odd. Oh yeah, some good... I feel... Oh, alright. Some good locations. Project Pegasus, where you can go Mr. Negative on turn 1. Hopefully our opponent leaders. I love when this happens, because their deck isn't built around Mr. Negative. The leader decks are built with very high power. Come on. Oh, alright, that's fine. These are statistically the 3 worst cards to have, right? Because every card that we draw is just going to be better. Alright, let's get this started. Oh my god. So good. Sure, you got it. You got your Morbulon. We'll take that inverted Wong. What's up? Oh yeah, so, Jesus Christ. Basically, Project Pegasus, great for us. Anything that lets us negative faster than turn 4, great for us. Any kind of... I wonder if it's worth it just to steal the Morbius ongoing. Probably. Because this... Yeah. Anything that lets us negative faster, and then there's a unique sort of thing. Anything that destroys cards? Ooh, that's bad for us. I mean, destroy negative. Yeah! Ha! Anything that destroys cards is good, because we want our negative to be destroyed like that Gambit right there. Yeah, we'll steal that. That ties us this lane. Alright, cool. So, let's bishop over there. We really want... I don't even know. Does Ironheart do it? It might. I mean, that... They're at 0 in hand. Which means that they only have America Chavez. Basically. But we only have Ironheart. Huh. I think we're okay. Weirdly enough. Like... I think we just do that. We're revealing first. They can't Cosmo us. We just do that. And, like, I know this isn't worth anything. Oh, you know what? Maybe... it's worth to do... No, we want that there. I don't know, can we lose? I don't know if we can, like, lose this. But I don't want to find out. Like, their only card is America Chavez. 7, 8. This puts 8 in the center. But if they play it, they always lose, right? Yeah, I think this does it. So they move, they Chavez left, and then we just win off the back of a doubled up Ironheart. That's fine for me. All that works great for me. Wait, are they going to... Okay, it wasn't leader. That's good. Yeah, because then their Dracula had nothing to pitch, so it just stayed at -2. Cool. Sick. Big fan. Oh, and then the last location. Sorry. Specifically, Sunny Jack-o'-lantern. Bar with no name. Bar with no name, the person with the least power wins, and this deck very uniquely can put -1 power into Bar with no name, which is just very funny to me. I've won games off the back of that, and I find it really, really funny. Alright, we got a turn 3 Wong if we don't hit the negative. And we can have Wong ongoing effects doubled, right? So that's already Wong Mystique, basically, for our purposes. Which means that if they don't Cosmo left, White Tiger probably just wins us the game. They're likely to have Cosmo because they are likely to be the Dino deck. More and more likely every second. And the Dino deck really wants... Oh. Alright. If we think they have Cosmo, do we Mystique in a different lane? Huh. That's an interesting thought. Let's just say that they don't have Cosmo. Yeah, great. Okay, cool. So, they have priority. But it has to be Cosmo and it can't be Enchantress. And let's just see. Let's just put 28 power in Lechuga and 21 in Hellfire Club and see what happens. I'm hoping they Mystique somewhere else. Just like thinking that they're going to Omega get us. This is another problem, is that this deck has such low power early that it cannot hold priority. And so your opponent has a lot of chances to hit you with Enchantress or Cosmo. In this case, Enchantress would be kind of fine with us because it would silence their Darkhawk, but a Cosmo would just kill us. No, they're just going ultra hard on that lane, and that's not where we're actually going. Where we juked them and went over here instead. What's up? We might win this lane as well, actually. Funny enough. Oh. If we steal... I mean, if we steal Darkhawk ability, we don't get anything out of it. But if we steal... Okay, they retreated. They couldn't beat 21 and 28. 22 and 28 power. There was also there was a chance that we could have stolen the Dino ongoing and also won that lane, but we didn't have to test it. I didn't snap there because, as I was saying, like, if they had Cosmo, we lost, but they didn't snap. So to me, it's worth the 1 cube to see if they get us, and if they don't, then like great, and if they do, that's fine too. Like, right? If they had Cosmo'd there, we would have just been like, yeah, okay, like, okay, you won, you got your 1 cube, you could have gotten 2. So we were happy with that exchange. Alright, not super happy about this exchange, I'm gonna be honest. Ah, that's kind of a beating, huh? Let's just do that. Not real happy about this. There's some points where you'd put it in danger room. Ugh, come on. I hate this deck. Alright. You know what? We're fine. We're gonna White Tiger. Just throw power everywhere. And then hopefully we draw another 3-drop of some persuasion. Okay. It's not what I wanted, but I will deal with this. We can't Mystique. We just plumb can't. Now, again, like Cosmo gets us, we're way behind. Yeah, that's fine. I was definitely going to do that this turn. You silly goose. Alright. Now we lose. Because we don't have any 3-drops in the left, and they snapped. So, that's fine. Totally fine. Not that I like gambling on the destroy the danger room going ham on turn 6, but I will, if they hadn't snapped, I would sometimes just gamble it and let them, like, we'll fight it out and see who danger room picks to win this game, basically. Alright, they lost their Storm and we lost our Ironheart, and I don't know how I feel about that trade. We also have this kind of awkward thing with this deck where our turn 2 into turn 3 can be really bad. Like, this isn't like, I don't know. I don't like playing out Mystique or Psylocke on 3 because we don't have a good way. If White Tiger, no, because we want to Wong. We're just gonna skip. That's fine. We're gonna Wongers. I mean, I feel like everything's getting worse. No, we're fine. We're fine. We want to hit Mystique, and then I think we're very fine. Okay. They got me out of Vormir. Okay, but they Cosmo'd exactly where I was Wonging, which isn't great. Things that aren't great. Do we have any chance anymore? Probably not. Probably not. But maybe. But probably not. Yeah, that's worse. It just keeps getting worse for us. Yep, they got it. Again, lucky they didn't snap. As soon as they Cosmo... are Wong, they should snap, but they're probably playing RuneScape like I was earlier today while also playing this game. So I hope they're not missing out on any XP drops, but it works for us. Oh, Central Park. Here's another good one. A terrible one. We really need 4 spaces in like the lane where we're doing Wong Mystique stuff. So Central Park, just carte blanche saying no, you can't have 4 spots anywhere, usually just kills us, as it looks like it has this time. But maybe we're gonna just persevere. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, sure. They're doing Zabu stuff. Okay. This is less than ideal in all ways, but depending on what our 2 draws are, it's not impossible to win. Because 5, we're gonna go. We need Strange Academy to not put a squirrel in the Nexus for us. We're gonna Iron Man the Nexus. Then we're gonna Mystique Wolfsbane if nothing else, which will be enough to win us this whole game without question, I'm pretty sure. But they can also go like, okay, all right, I think they're doing the Zabu. Please be Wong. All right, that's fine. Actually, you know what? I actually think we went from losing to maybe winning. The thing that we were also really worried about. Okay, we're gonna do this just in case this stupid squirrel hits the stupid Nexus. Yeah, you can get a Wong back. That's fine. Okay, I mean, it got better for us. You never Maximus against this deck. Alright, and the squirrel missed the Nexus, so we do win. Okay. Whew, alright. So yeah, you saw just how starved we were for space on that. The squirrels, the raptors, all very bad. Again, in a more traditional surfer deck, you might play Killmonger and Juggernaut. Like, we've gotten got by our opponents hitting us with Juggernaut more than once. We can't play those because the flip, they're very bad if we draw them after negative. This is another example of having a just not great turn 2 into turn 3 set of plays. Like, it's kind of got to be Angela Bishop. That's also why I like Mr. Fantastic, though with Clintar being the center location, Mr. Fantastic wouldn't have been a good play here either. We would have had to probably just play him left. We're going to play Wolfsbane as a vanilla, as just like a 3-3. Oh, and they have Electro on Clintar. Okay. Well, on the upside, they're playing Collector and Electro, and I kind of think that's not that good in a lot of ways. Alright, we have Surfer. So even though this looks really strange, and it is really strange, that's fine. We'll do this. So we can Mystique left and then Surfer anywhere. And this probably dissuades them from fighting over the right. Usually, so this is funny, right? Because, like, this doesn't actually win us the right. But usually it makes people so uneasy to play there that they won't even commit a card. And it can win you, like, it can win you that lane on its own. This is, so, as you can see, this is just a losing position. But if we can tie right, it puts us so far ahead on left that will probably win the game. See, they didn't play anything right. I think we're gonna win. I think we're gonna win with our very cheesy play. Let's see. Yeah, we won by 22 on the left, and and they only won by 16. Isn't that funny? That's so, like, I love making plays like that so much. That, like, obviously we couldn't snap it because they might, you know, even just like a Squirrel Girl would have wrecked us. But, like, I find that so funny. Like, that's so satisfying to me. Leave a comment below if you have a story, your favorite story like that, where you just, like, saw right through what your opponent was gonna do, as if their hand were revealed, and just, like, played it out. Like, yeah, I got it. Oh, another important, again, something that I'm trying to do. Jeff Hooglin talks about, like, decks. It's important to, like, talk about a deck by what is excluded from it, and we don't have Zola, and we also don't have Adam Warlock was the other card that was a consideration. Oh, that's, I don't know if that's bad. I'm not that worried about it. I mean, we were gonna give it up anyway. We were gonna give up one side. Okay. All right. We will see if we retreat basically right here. Like, right here, right now. Actually, you know what? With that draw, we don't see about retreating. We see about winning this lane. I think they might give it up. I think they might not fight for it. They fought for it. Oh, they didn't fight for it. They put Sarah there. And we have Ironheart. We're in an okay spot. We wanted to Ironheart instead of Surfer anyway because we have no 3s on the left side. They only have 1 3, so if they're playing a Surfer deck, it's not... Oh my god. Sometimes you just get it. Sometimes you just get it. Alright, and then just like that? Maybe... Okay. I think we Ironheart first because we still do want to hit something on the left. And then we Rogue. Because otherwise we could triple hit in the center with the Ironheart and, like, probably lose ourselves this game. Yeah, that's fine. And then we will be taking that Mr. Fantastic buff. Thank you. And now I don't think it matters where anything goes. I kind of think we just won. Yeah, that's 24? 25. Not enough. How'd that... Oh, Xandar gives +1. Okay, yeah. Cool. I guess that was another reason to put Ironheart center that I wasn't thinking about, but... Oh yeah, the reason I brought up Adam Warlock. So Adam Warlock is very bad in a lot of situations. He's a 0-2, 2-0. He's a 0-2 if you negative him. He's pretty good then. That at the end of each turn, if you're winning the lane that he's in, he draws you a card. So when he's negatived, he's a 0-2. That just keeps drawing you cards, which is pretty good. If you can put him in, like, Xand, because we don't have any 1-drops, so we're never going to be ahead. World Ship. Alright, we have Iron Man into Mystique into Wolfsbane, so we have to just skip 3 and 4. But then we can go 5 into Iron Man, 6 into Mystique Wolfsbane, and that beats anything except a Professor X on 5, or, I mean, it beats a lot. It beats a whole lot. I think they're gonna go for a big Surfer play and I don't think that's going to be enough for them. Honestly, actually, what's his name? Cosmo would have gotten us because Mystique and Wolfsbane wouldn't go off, but with Wong here, I don't think they're putting down Cosmo, so I think we're safe. Yeah, that's pretty good. Now if they Cosmo, we lose also. But if they don't, right, this becomes a 14, yeah. Like, that's 6, right? No, okay, yeah. All right, what do we got? I think we have like 28, maybe 30. 32. Okay, we got it. So, yeah, I mentioned that in the intro, right? That we can win World Ship and Nexus with, like, hands like that. And then it happened. That's nice. I like when those things happen. We are very weak to Cosmos and Enchantresses. Alright. Sometimes... Oh, okay. Sometimes I snap on having Psylocke negative, but I've been hurt too many times, friends. And I've stopped just insta-snapping on Psylocke negative. Korg is really disruptive. We want to draw the rock right now. That would be our best draw, would be the rock. That wasn't. Alright, so we've given up Shadow... Oh no. Okay. We gave up Shadowland. Fine. We got Ironheart already. That's good. You're doing too much, friend. I need you to calm down. Okay. That's only oh, it could be a 4 cost. That could be a Wong. Let us simply Iron Man over there. No. Let's Rogue over there. Let's do this right. Let's Angela, then Rogue. Okay. So not great, but we can move Wong on turn 6. Hopefully this disrupts whatever they're doing. Yeah, start discarding some of your hand, friend. Okay. So that opened up some board space, which is probably going to be really important for us. Okay. So we have the Wong. We'll go Bishop here. And then Iron Man takes up our whole turn. Our hand has such an awkward lilt to it. I think, okay, Ironheart, Surfer, and then a Rock. Maybe we even want the Rock to maybe get some of the Ironheart buffs. So Bishop, Rock, Ironheart, Surfer, in that order. Let's see what happens. Let's just go for it. I mean, that's good for us. Let's see what we got. I think we win, right? Like, most times. All right, we already won. Awesome. Big fan of that. Cool. Ah, this deck is so sick. This deck is so cool. We're already at 35 minutes. That was another 4-cube win. Let's try to hit 90, and then we'll call it. Oh, this deck is so cool! I mentioned in a previous video, I'm trying to hit infinite. I mean, like, that was the idea from the start was to hit infinite, but I hit 90 and I started just playing really goofy decks that I like. Okay. Bishop. Psylocke. That's not great. Okay. We'll Psylocke because Kiln is getting locked out. Alright, so they probably won Kiln. But maybe not. Oh, Lord. Okay. You know, I think we might be all right. We're going to steal their Zabu buff, and then we're going to Bifrost is going to push everything out, and then we're going to go turn 5 Wong, turn 6 White Tiger. Depending on what... Oh no, we're going to go turn 5 Wong plus Ironheart. Yeah, you got it. We'll snap back on that. Because we're stealing the Zabu buff. And we're going to go Wong Ironheart into White Tiger getting doubled. Yeah, you could have my White Tiger. I don't think it's going to be good enough. Alright, so... that's... Darkhawk is going to keep shrinking. Let's... do we actually Bishop? And then Ironheart Surfer? I think we do that. Again and again and again, I'm going to say it. Cosmo absolutely obliterates us. Oh, I should have done this in reverse order, because Bishop's not going to get anything for double. Like, Bishop doesn't double on Wong. Hopefully we don't lose left by exactly 1 point. I will be not happy about this. Yep, they're going to play our White Tiger. Good, that's the lane we're not playing for. Alright, what do they got? It can't be... the other thing I was kind of worried about was a Mystique, because they could copy the Darkhawk. It might be a Devil Dino, which wouldn't be great. Devil Dino into Agent, right? Or Korg. Okay, so Darkhawk goes 1 bigger, but Devil Dino goes 2 smaller. 14. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no, no. Okay, it goes twice. Never mind. We're good. And all right, we got it. Whew. Okay, that's an 8 cube. Does that put us at 90? At rank 90? Are we like... okay. All right, cool. I mean, that was the deal I made, and we immediately hit it. So I'm going to call it there. That's rank 90 with Silver Halide. The deck ran really well today. That's not always the case. Like, as you saw, we started pretty low. I think we started at 88. And we, based on the time, only probably played 10 or so games. The deck has a lot of awkward hands that it just can't navigate no matter how you play. Like, there's just nothing you could do about it. Be ready to retreat on those. I think we probably had some today, but, you know, it has a lot of awkward turn 2 into turn 3 that just doesn't line up right, and you just have to be okay with that. But if you are, this really is the deck I've had, I think, the most fun with since Pool 2 and being very good at playing Devil Dino. I wish Devil Dino was better up in these echelons, but it's not. As we just saw, it's just like, that was like a pretty good Devil Dino Darkhawk Zabu draw, and they just like couldn't win. They had no chance, I don't think. Thank you all for watching. If you're still here, like and subscribe. It helps the channel a lot. It helps me know what's resonating with people. The last Surfer deck did really, the video for the last Surfer deck did really, really well, which I love because I get to keep playing it and validating it to myself that it's a good idea. And yeah, I will see you all tomorrow. Thank you.